Hello everybody, just wanted to jump on again today and have a conversation about gear acquisition syndrome or shiny object syndrome, or maybe you could call it idea overload. Really just a situation where you believe that the reason why you're not doing whatever thing that you're attempting to accomplish is because maybe you just don't have the right idea, or maybe you just don't have the appropriate tool. Like in my case, I definitely suffer from gear acquisition syndrome, and I've been trying to overcome that gear acquisition syndrome by just creating content, by creating these vlogs and just using the gear that I already have. Because for years I've been acquiring cameras, whether it was GoPro, different iterations of GoPros, and then I made the switch over to got an Insta360, thinking, oh, I'm just missing that nice 360 perspective that I could layer into videos. And then at that point, I'm just definitely going to jump in and make some videos, because I mean, I've been wanting to do this for years. And after the Insta360, it's like, you know what I'm really missing? Because I got caught up watching everybody's YouTube channels about all of the gears and the gear reviews and everything. It's like, I need the Sony a7 IV. So went out and got the Sony a7 IV. And then guess what happened? Nothing. I continued to search. So my quest for improved audio, because it's like, okay, so now I have the tools, a whole collection of tools, that I can leverage to make the video look nice. But now I really, really, really need to get some type of audio device that's going to give me the absolute best audio. So then that was a never-ending pursuit. In fact, I still have a microphone sitting on my desk that I have yet to touch. At one point, decided I wanted to do a podcast. So it was like a shift away from recording videos and doing these vlogs or just videos on YouTube. And I went and bought me some podcasting equipment, microphones, little podcast board to record and control all of the audio, and played around with that. Did get together with the kids and with Nick, and we did record one podcast episode, and then that was it. We never published it, never did anything else. It was more of just a trial run, I guess we could say. And what always kind of held me back was this idea that I haven't yet identified the correct idea. If I could just think of that really, really good idea. Sorry, I'm watching my dog trying to eat fur something. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to eat. If I could just identify the perfect idea, then at that point I would be ready and I'd jump in and do it. But the reality is that perfect idea doesn't ever come. Or maybe I should say that perfect idea is the one that you already possess. It's the idea that already inspired you to begin doing all of your research, whether it's gear and cameras or audio equipment. Maybe it's musical instruments, maybe it's paintbrushes or pencils, or maybe it's you have this really grand idea for a business that you want to start up, and you're just trying to find the right time. It's never the perfect time to launch it because of this condition or that condition, or I just need to secure this additional thing, or I need to continue prepping in this other area and get this ready before I do it. But at that point, I'm going to be ready. Meanwhile, your mind gets interrupted with all of these other thoughts. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I should just be doing this instead. And you only end up with a lot of ideas that you never fully action on. And I think the consequences of not fully taking action and completing any of these ideas or any of these projects is you lose a lot of time. There's a lot of time that expires in between the initial onset of an idea and your attempt to execute on the idea. But if you never fully launch, if you never record a video and post it, onto YouTube, you never open up the doors, unlock the doors, and put that "we're open for business" sign up, you're missing out. You're losing all of that time. You're missing the opportunity to have been growing all of that time. And when that happens, when you continue to shift gears, you beat yourself up mentally. You begin to lose confidence in yourself and your ability to complete things, and then you get more down on yourself, and then that further delays either starting on something new or certainly completing anything new. So I guess my advice to anybody watching is just get started. Just go do whatever it is that you were trying to accomplish using the tools and the information and the whatever it is that you currently have available to you. Because any new venture that you're going to take on, you're going to struggle. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to learn, and you're never going to be able to prepare for every possible situation or every possible outcome. I know, like in real estate investing, it's called analysis paralysis, and it's probably the same phrase used in many areas. But analysis paralysis, it's like you're trying to analyze the deal so much to try to ensure that you don't make any mistakes and that you're not going to lose any money. And what ends up happening is you miss out on the deal. You miss out on the deal altogether. Because you were caught up in that analysis paralysis. So I would say just jump in. Yeah, do your due diligence. Do the work ahead of time to try to prepare yourself. But after a certain period of time, just go do the thing and publish it and expose yourself to maybe it's a perceived criticism or ridicule. I think a lot of the emotion behind gear acquisition syndrome or shiny object syndrome or new idea overload is really fear-based. And you're afraid that maybe if you do the thing, you publish your content, that it's going to flop, that it's going to fail. So you avoid confronting yourself with that by making excuses like, if I only had this, if I had this one better idea, then at that point I could do it, rather than just facing the reality that you need to learn and you're going to have to grow. And the only way to do that is to actually do the thing, make the mistakes. Sure, there might be quote unquote failures along the way, but that is the only way that you're ever going to learn anything in life. So that's really my advice, is just go do the thing. Just get up and just go do it and see what happens. And then, I talked about this in a prior video, is just stick with it. Refuse to give up. As long as you're making an effort to improve whatever it is that you're trying to do, then there is no such thing as failure. It's maybe a series of learning opportunities, and maybe it'll end up being a long series of learning opportunities, but they're learning opportunities nonetheless. And as long as you're making an effort to learn from those situations and overcome those situations, then you're going to be fine. So just go do the thing. Anyway, maybe I'm rambling, but that's what I had to share today. Hope everybody is doing well. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go get this video uploaded and posted, and we'll see you all tomorrow. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the thumb up button. And if this did not resonate with you, just ignore the thumbs entirely. You don't have to press any thumbs if you don't like it. You can just walk away. Walk away. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.